Social care is about allowing people to live their lives despite certain disabilities or vulnerabilities that they might have.
Being a carer changes people's lives every day.
It's really rewarding.
You've got to be a certain person to work in care.
Perhaps not everybody could do it.
I couldn't do an office job. I love the interaction.
This is my second family after my family.
I work 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. I mean, that's what I do, but I actually wouldn't want to do anything else.
Pre-pandemic, it was very lively. The residents here are happy to go out and associate and be social with things, go on activities like swimming, things. So it was very nice.
Everything was great, and then COVID hit, and yeah, it was hard.
We will beat the coronavirus, and we will beat it together.
It was all on the media, all on the news, government sort of stepping in, and then when you saw the Prime Minister making his speeches, it was quite scary in many ways, people dying, and it did really affect us all very quickly. It just sort of all happened at once.
I remember being outside with a carer and I was giving her the PPE that I had at the time, and we were sort of excited and buzzing, like we've got a responsibility here, we've got to carry on. So and all being aware that we needed to keep things positive for everybody, but I don't remember carers being nervous, really. It was just what we had to do.
It was horrific. I would hate to go back to that time. It's quite sad, really, that the care sector has had to go through that.
Losing our residents through COVID, that was really hard. Like I say, they're part of your family. And then when it just hit us, and then you find out they've passed away.
I've just arrived at Linden House and I'm finding it really difficult to go in this morning. Linden House is my second home, really, to me. I've owned it for 18 years. And just recently we've had an outbreak of COVID, which has taken some of our residents from us.
The loss of those 10 residents during our outbreak will live with all of us. It was really, really hard, the stark reality, when everybody sort of came to the dining room and all of a sudden there were all these empty places. That was, yeah. And it was one after the other after the other. It was relentless, absolutely relentless. And I remember sitting with one gentleman, and his wife's also with us, and I'd just given him some morphine to settle his breathing. And she sat one side and I sat the other. And I just thought, I'm so privileged to be here, but actually this should be his daughter.
Some of the residents didn't understand that we got to try and social distance. We got to wear all the PPE, which wasn't nice for some of them because you don't like not being able to see your face, your expression, that kind of thing. Family members couldn't come and visit, which really distressed some of the residents and the families as well, because the families wanted to come and see their loved ones. It was horrible.
They had to see the families through windows, and horrific. Them poor residents. It was like a war, fighting COVID.
It was just chaos is the word. Everybody was just scared to death.
You just had to get on with it. you know, yeah, it was low, but what else? There was no other options.
You always feel like you've got to put on a front for the residents, you know, and sometimes you can feel down and lonely, and I sort of like, and then all of a sudden I'm cheerful because I don't want our residents to worry, you know, about anything. And in one way, I don't want the staff to either, because we've got a lot of young girls that work here. And I think if they see me cry, well, I don't think that I should cry in front of them. I think that I should be the strong one. And I am always the strong one. But I get so annoyed with myself because this is what COVID's done to me. I don't cry, and now that's all I do.
Everybody knew Mari. She's been obviously our first carer in the company, so it was really shocking. One of our team died of COVID. It was really upsetting.
I'd known her for about 6 years, and she couldn't do enough for you, and I knew I could always rely on her, so that if, for example, there was snow and she couldn't drive, she would walk through the snow to come and see me.
She adored her clients and they adored her. She would do, like on Christmas Day, she would go around delivering Christmas lunches to her clients, you know, who didn't have anybody with them, didn't have family around. She was just, yeah, very well respected.
It's all people you know and people you care for that have lost loved ones. I myself have lost someone, and it was a really upsetting time. So everybody was just, literally it was a week after a week after a week. It was a whole month of it. But the support we all gave each other and we received, and I received from my boss, and it made it easier. It was amazing. So yeah.
We're a very, very close-knit team anyway, but to be fair, we're like one big family, so that has helped us all. It has helped us all by communicating, having welfare meetings, having team meetings, and I suppose it has brought us all closer.
Everyone literally mucks in, it's great. You know, the kitchen are always out helping on the floor. Admin, like I said, to help with activities and help on the floor with feeding and things, so everyone's hands-on here, and I think morale has probably got us through.
When people have gone off with COVID, everyone's pulled together, we've done extra hours. I mean, look, we was all scared, but we just were strong as a team.
What we wanted to do and what we've done is we've made a new path in the grounds, and it's allowed greater accessibility to the grounds, which is fantastic, and it was finished before this summer, and it was so used. As soon as we can have a fete, because we're renowned for our summer fete, we are going to plant an actual tree of remembrance, but it's not going to be COVID specific because every life is worth the same.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the carers that have seen me and looked after me over the last, well, particularly over the last 2 years. The thing that's important is having somebody who wants to be there.
I'm proud of everybody that I work with. I think they're bend over backwards for you.
The best set of people that should be working in care is someone that have empathy.
It's like a passion work. You kind of have to just have it in you.
I think the thing to be a carer is you've got that general perception it is low skilled and you know anyone can do it, but it's not anywhere near as simple as that. You know, you've got to think about medication. You've got to constantly be on the ball.
Social care is a really, really important part of society, but I think it's hidden. We don't have parity with the NHS, and that's a major, major problem.
You know, you're putting yourself at risk as well as, you know, going out and working and doing the best you can do. But I think they could definitely be noticed a bit more for the work they do, yeah.
I hope that there's more recognition for care workers. We got forgotten, and I hope now that there's a new sort of lease where they are getting recognised and they are getting seen for who they are and what they've done, and not just low skilled, low paid, you know, not that important, when actually they're very important.